Hi, team. This is George. Can you believe that we are in week 6? So fantastic work so far. Keep up the momentum. So let's jump in and take a look at what we have. This is one of my favorite weeks because we talk about overcoming fears. And remember, fear is a good thing. Why is fear a good thing? Because that gives us an opportunity to be courageous. Being courageous doesn't mean that we don't fear. Being courageous means that we have fears and we move forward anyway. We move forward in the face of that fear. So think of it from that perspective. There is no fear is good because that gives us the opportunity to show courage. Courage is not um, there. Courage does not exist in the absence of fear. Courage is there because we move forward in the face of fear. So think of it from that perspective as we jump in and have these discussions. And we're also going to look at the behavior modification practices, the personal review. Take a look at the directions here. This is kind of a nice assignment as well because this is an opinion paper and you're going to talk about your views on what you suggest are best techniques, theories, and practices, as well as limitations, because nothing is perfect. Now, just because it's an opinion paper doesn't mean you don't have sources, though, because remember, you want to support your stance with empirical evidence and strong research components. And you might think, well, why should I do that? It's my opinion. Well, as a practitioner, as a scholar, your opinion should be backed up by evidence. That's how we have evidence-based practice and things like that. And then you're also going to incorporate your view regarding ethical considerations um, on behavior modification. You can talk about this from a broad perspective, so you can look more like from an overall, or you can get very specific about the ethical considerations. That's completely up to you. And then you're going to incorporate an assessment on behavior modification from a Christian worldview. You're going to give some biblical support. So this is going to be a fun project because it puts everything we've been learning all together and it puts it together with our faith. So I hope you enjoy it and have a fantastic week.